My guinea pigs are so greedy. Like, all they want to do is eat. I'm just constantly feeding them. Biscuits, hay, vegetables, you name it. They just want more, more, more. I can hear them. See, I record this podcast in the same room as Harold and Walter live and sleep in. And they're currently making me noises if they want some food, even though I've just gave them biscuits and tomato. At least their diet's healthy. Anyway, there are 168 hours in the week. Take away 7 hours a night for sleep. That leaves 119 hours. Take away 8 hours for work, 5 days a week, and that leaves 79 hours in the week. 79 hours. Now, as a personal trainer, I get it a lot when I'm in social environments. Maybe people have had a couple of drinks, they know I'm a personal trainer, or they ask me what I do and I tell them. And then I think they feel the need to justify to me why they don't go to the gym if they don't train. And I would say the biggest or the most common reason is I just don't have the time. And that happens a lot when maybe people who do train are explaining why they haven't done their sessions for the week or whatever it may be. Not having enough time is quite common. It's one that we hear quite a lot. Now, if someone's coming to me as a client looking to take on a fitness journey, I would be asking that person to train, at the start anyway, 3 times a week. No longer than an hour. 3 hours a week. 3 hours in a whole week. And I'm sorry, but I think everyone has 3 hours in a week to spare for something as important as exercise and improving your physical and mental health. I think that it should be prioritised over certain things, and that I just don't feel I didn't have the time, or I don't have the time to exercise is a very valid excuse. If you're telling yourself you want to lose weight, or you want to get stronger, or whatever the goal is, but you're also saying that you don't have the time to do it, you're kidding yourself on, or you're just not realising how you can manage your time a bit better, or to cut out certain things that are not adding value and could be better spent exercising, going to the gym. How many hours a week do people spend on Facebook? All social media for that matter. Now, I'm guilty of it as well. Just as I got in earlier, I opened up Instagram and I found myself scrolling and on it for fucking ages. And it's a very common thing, especially Facebook. You can find yourself scrolling and watching stupid videos and getting caught up in stuff before you know it. So much time has passed. Watching television. There's nothing wrong with watching television. However, if you're telling yourself you don't have the time to do any exercise, but you're watching a lot of television, then I think that there has to be a compromise there. The pub. How much time do people tell themselves that they don't have time to train, but they can find the time to go to the pub certain points in the week? And again, there's nothing wrong with that, but if people are saying that they want to achieve certain things, then these things need to be looked at, and time has to be managed better. All those things are taking up hours of time, but maybe not adding a lot of value to your life. You know, like stupid videos on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Whereas exercising will help you towards your physique goals, your fat loss goals, your muscle gain goals, improving mental health, most importantly, physical health. And, I neglected that, as I've talked, as I talk about a lot before I started training up till I was 25. I didn't do this. I didn't allocate and make time for my health. But now that I do, this is why I can sit here and talk about this. And it's not about me trying to, tell anyone how to live their life, but it's just because it is something that you hear a lot in regards to excuses. And as I say, if somebody wants to do something, then, hopefully breaking this down and explaining how to allocate time for it and what we can be cutting out, hopefully that helps, it's I do find it funny when I hear that, somebody says they don't have time to exercise in the week at all, but then they can go on to discuss how they smashed a full season on Nashville in a week. And I'm like, come on, like, if you've got time to sit there and watch a full box set, then you've just explained that reason isn't a true valid reason not to exercise. I mean, I love Nashville, it's amazing, but it shouldn't be prioritised over the gym. Exercising can help you live a longer, healthier life. You might be sitting there thinking you still have 20, 30, 40, 50 years to live, and I'll do it at some point, but trust me, it won't be long until the years fly in and you wish that you had put in the time and effort to be healthier, to be stronger, especially when you're older and able to be active when you're older, That's now that we need to put the time in to be able to be strong and active when we are pensioners, rather than getting to that stage and looking back and going, well, I wish I had done something about it, but now it's too late. Before I was a full-time coach, I worked in the bank full-time, and when I started my fitness journey, I was doing over 45 hours a week in work. I was doing my normal hours, and I was staying behind late and doing extra work that at the time I thought I had to. Looking back, I probably shouldn't have wasted that much time doing something that I didn't enjoy or wasn't helping me towards any of my goals. But anyway, I digress. I was doing over 45 hours a week in work. I was commuting to and from work, public transport. I was working a second part-time PR job for extra cash. A few nights a week, I was playing football a couple of times a week. I was practicing in my band. I still made time to see my family and friends, go to the football, and I still managed to do my 3 to 4 gym sessions a week because I really wanted to, and I wasn't wasting my time at this point doing things that were not helping me towards my goal at the time of getting into great shape and getting healthier and getting fit. And I wasn't wasting time doing things or bringing negativity into my life, which I used to do a lot of. At one point, I changed jobs to Edinburgh, and I was spending 3 hours a day on a bus, and I'm so working the 8 hours, hour and a half there on the bus, hour and a half back. Still managed to train for a triathlon, still get my 4 weight sessions in because it was important to me, and I prioritised it. Holy fuck, man! Some beast thing just flew up to my window there, and I absolutely shat it. Anyway, where was I before my heart jumped out my chest? yeah, I prioritised it, and it's as simple as that. I was absolutely shattered every day coming off that bus and going to the gym, but I done it because I wanted to. I wanted to achieve my goals. It was important to me, and I just got it done. And I actually have a client at the moment who commutes to Edinburgh every day and back and still makes our gym sessions. I have clients with kids and families. I have clients who are self-employed doing crazy hours and stressed out their heads. I have clients who have really busy, stressful jobs and long commutes which drain them. I have clients working two jobs, but they all make time because this is important to them and they want the results and they want to feel good, and they have me to answer to as well, obviously, which helps. But yeah, like there's nobody. Well, I'm sure there are some people, but not many people have just all the hours in the day to do whatever they want. People are busy. People are stressed, and it's how we plan ahead and how we make time for things that will dictate if you're gonna achieve those goals or not. Now, if you're telling yourself you want to lose weight but are genuinely too busy for the gym, it doesn't mean that you can't still eat well, still do a good amount of daily steps. It doesn't have to be an excuse to eat crap and drive everywhere instead of walking, because it's just an excuse. Even if you're not exercising, it doesn't mean that everything else just needs to go to shit and eat crap and put on weight. Because yeah, exercising definitely helps with that, but it's not what dictates what happens to your your weight essentially, because diet is just as important. And if you're at a point where you're not managing to exercise, you can still look at your diet, you can still eat well, you can still track your calories, and you can still be as active as you can just by being on the move, trying to walk everywhere instead of getting transport and driving. Now, since I started my Ironman triathlon training this year, there's things that I've had to really cut back on that I would do. I've not had time to play my music with my band as much as I'd like to, and that's not something I really want to drop. But for the last few while, I've had to take a hit on it, and I've had to just say to the guys, look, I just can't do this for the next wee while. I can't binge on Netflix. I can't play five-a-sides during the week or go to the cinema as much as I would, because right now in prioritising my goals, I leave the house at 7:30 a.m. most days and get in at 9 p.m. And when I get in at night, I would love to stay up for hours watching Nashville, but I need to make my dinner, I need to prep the next day's food, I need to get my clothes and my training gear ready for the next day, and then I've only got a little time to chill before I need to go to bed to make sure I get enough sleep to ensure I can work and train properly the next day without being too tired or not having the energy. And I think that, people may see me train on social media during the day and maybe think, oh, it's okay for him, he's a PT and he works in a gym, but I'm in work early morning for clients. I then go to a different gym and train on my break, and then I'm back into work to train late afternoon and evening clients through to 8, 9 p.m. at night when most folk have left work at 5 or 6. And trust me, if I was still doing a 9 to 5 like I used to, I'd be hitting the gym after work, just like I did years before I was full-time coaching. And recently, yeah, I have been training for 12 to 15 hours a week, and that's while working full-time hours. And I'm not saying anyone needs to do anywhere near this, but it's just to kind of show that if you truly want to do something, you'll find the time, and if you don't, you'll find an excuse. And there'll always be times where you have to miss some sessions or other things will be a priority, and that is perfectly okay. But you can't tell me that you don't have the time, because I'll show you that you do.